Hey, Mark.
Hey, Barbara.
You know what? It's spring.
Yes,
Do you feel the warmth?
I do.
It's coming, and all I can think about is gardening and being outside. You know, we have been teased weather-wise all winter, and enough already. But you were in the sunshine in Florida at Disney World.
Yes, I was. I was there for 7 days, and it was 85 to 87 degrees every day, sunshine, and it only rained once, and that was when we were inside at a restaurant. So had the whole family down there and had a great time.
Good, good. That's great. It was not 85 here.
No.
It will be. But there's not much going on here. The Senior Center project has changed from one place to another. All new plans happening as we speak. It certainly has been a long haul to take us seniors through the front door of a center, but it looks like it may be a little longer, but time will tell. At the craft class, you will be painting large hanging wooden Easter eggs for your door or wall. Several designs will be available, but the limit is 15. 15 people. And the cost of this class is $3. It's on Wednesday, April 12th, 1 to 3 in the multi-purpose room.
Bill Vale's computer classes are taking place again in April. On April 7th, he'll be talking about email, contacts, address books. On April 14th, it's Google Drive applications. That's documents, sheets, slides, forms, stuff like that. On April 21st, it's Google Photos. And on April 28th, Security versus Privacy, Tracking Internet Usage. So if you're interested in those topics, or all the topics, sign up for the class. Littleton High School presents Rodgers and Hammerstein's Cinderella, and that's going to be on April 8th and 9th in the Littleton High School auditorium. General admission is $12, and students and seniors are $10. Tickets will be sold at the door, or you can get them by going to www.littletonhighschooldrama.com. And with me today, I have two of the performers in that play, and they're here to talk about what's going on with Cinderella. So let's meet them. All right, I'm very excited to be joined by two cast members of Littleton High School drama production of Cinderella. And first we have Martina Smyth, who plays Marie, the fairy godmother. And we also have Declan Reidy, he's a junior, and you play Prince Topher.
That's right.
Got that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the show, first of all, is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, April 8th, 9th, and 10th. You have 2 evening shows, Friday and Saturday, and then matinees, Saturday and Sunday, 1 o'clock. Right. So that's great. And this show is obviously for all ages, right?
Yes.
It's good for kids to come?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. Now, it's a musical. And tell me, is the music ones that we've heard in the Broadway production, or the animated one, or the live action one?
So this is the 2013 Rodgers and Hammerstein Broadway edition, so it's not the same thing. If you've ever seen the animated movie, it's not quite the same. It's still, it's still Cinderella. It's still got everything you expect in there, but right. There's a little more to it than that, and I think this is a really good show. I think it's going to be good. Nice.
Tell me about your character.
So I'm playing Prince Topher. That's his name. He's the Prince Charming character, I guess you'd say. And
is that typecasting for you?
I mean, what can I say? I don't know.
Well, you charmed me already.
But he just doesn't really know what he wants to do with his life. He is going to be crowned king soon, and he's just trying to figure out what he's meant to do and what he's supposed to do.
Excellent. And fairy godmother, we all know what she does, right?
Yes, so I'm playing Marie / the fairy godmother, and she's sort of a mentor or guide for Cinderella, and then she starts out as a friend, and then she turns into this fairy godmother who helps her get her dream of going to the ball and meeting the prince.
Awesome. So what in the musical numbers, what's your favorite song?
My favorite song is definitely 10 Minutes Ago, just because it's so pretty.
Yeah, that's a nice song. They're all great songs. It's hard to pick one, but how about you?
I really like the song Stepsisters Lament. It's very funny to watch, and all of the cast members who are singing that one are very talented. It's a really good number.
Tell us who plays the stepsisters.
That's going to be Maddie Shuffrin and Faith Megan and Stella Austin.
And who's Cinderella?
Lisa Hood.
Oh. Lisa's a what? Junior?
She's a sophomore.
A sophomore. Good for her. How about, you said what's your favorite number. How about your favorite character? And it's okay if you say yourself, because those are characters.
My favorite character is definitely John Michel. Just he's a revolutionary trying to start social change in the town, and he has some very good lines.
Cool.
For me, I would say, I guess I probably am a little biased, so I would probably say Topher. But if I had to say somebody other than Topher, I think Lord Pinkleton is a very good character. He's the Prince's Herald, and it's pretty funny. He's the herald.
Who plays him in the?
That's Brian Beltrami.
Oh, okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a pretty funny guy. How about? Well, you haven't had a chance. You've been practicing for a while, right? When did you start rehearsals and things?
January.
In January. So are you at the point now where we're taping the show at the end of March, but you are at the point now where you're running kind of through the whole show?
Yes, we did our first full run last night.
Oh, great. How'd that go?
We almost finished.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
That'll
it's
tell
pretty
you.
good for a first full run.
That is pretty
Yeah,
good.
it's all coming together.
Great. And of course, once you add in the costumes and the scenery and, props and things, it takes on another whole dimension too,
Of course, yeah.
Starts to really feel like, oh, we're doing this, But I'm glad to hear that everyone seems to be learning their lines well and no problems there.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, pretty much, yeah. On a more of a personal note, what does the drama club mean for you two? How long have you been doing it?
Well, I've been a part of drama since my freshman year, and although I haven't done every show, it's just been a really good way for me to connect with other members of the high school and just to be able to have fun and work towards the show and spend time with my friends.
Right.
So I also started in my freshman year, and my brother, when he was in middle school, he played a bunch of lead characters and stuff, so I always looked up to him, and I always wanted to be in theater like he was, and so, like I said, I started in my freshman year. And it's funny, because of COVID, I haven't actually really been able to perform on stage. The last play was the first time I was on stage, even though I've been doing it for a couple of years. But it's like Martina said, it's you build a lot of relationships with the people you're working with, and it's really fun. And being on stage and going out in front of an audience, and your lines, and your blocking, all that stuff. That's just one of the best feelings there is.
I bet. I've been in a few plays too, and I really, it's sad when it's over because you form such a tight bond with your cast members, and and you're not going to get to hang out with them as much.
Yeah, and you put so much time, and then it's only one weekend, so it's kind of bittersweet after when you do the performances because it's over after that. But
right, yeah, it's cool. Martina, you said that you're possibly interested in doing more acting, like in college, as like a theater major or something. Tell us about that.
Yes, I'm hoping to pursue some sort of degree in theater or musical theater, and I'm hoping to do it professionally.
Oh, wow. That's great. And for you, it's more of a hobby, I think you said.
Yeah, it's more of a hobby. Ideally, if I could really do anything I wanted, I probably would be an actor. But if I'm being honest, I don't think I'm good enough to do it professionally. Not as good as Martina. So.
You never know. How about I critique you after the show?
Yeah.
And I'll let you know.
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Okay. Well, is singing a challenge for you, or you have always been kind of a singer?
I've always been kind of a singer. My mother's always been a singer, and she sings professionally and stuff. So,
oh, wow. That's great.
I get a lot of that from her, and I always singing in the car and in the shower and things like that.
Right. Everyone loves the shower. It's the perfect acoustics in there.
That's right.
And you, of course, sing as well?
Yes, I've been singing for as long as I can remember, and it's always been a part of my life.
That's great. Now, if you had your choice between a musical and just a regular drama, do you have a preferred?
Musical.
Yeah?
I would also say musical, yeah. It's a lot more fun, I think, doing a musical.
That's cool. And you guys are going to have a live orchestra there, too. Are they going to be professionals, or are they going to be the kids from the high school, or do you know?
I think it's professionals. I'm
That's
not
what
sure.
it
though.
sounded like.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm really looking forward to the show. I know you are too, and good luck with it. Again, the show is Cinderella. It's Friday, April 8th at 7, and Saturday, April 9th at 7, and then Saturday the 9th and Sunday the 10th at 1 p.m. So we hope you will all check it out. You'll see 2 fine performances here. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to come and tell us about the play.
Gosh,
Thank you.
All right. So I'm excited about the play. That looks like it's fun, and kids put so much work and effort into it, and they always do a great job.
Yeah, they do, and it's something that I want to see.
Good. Good. Makes us feel good.
Yeah. But why don't we take a walk over to the Littleton Inn and see Mary Dugan? Well, today we're at the Littleton Inn with Mary Dugan,
Hello.
the innkeeper, and we got together many years ago
We did.
and went through the inn and when you first started.
Yes, you did.
And, you know, it was so fun. And Mary was decorating and getting things ready to make it homey.
Right.
And it turned out really lovely. So what I'm curious about, it's been many years since you've been doing this, so how has it been? What do you think, you know, was it a good idea? I think it was, but...
Oh, you know what? We've had so much fun with it. I don't know that we knew what to expect. The
Yeah.
inn was closed. We had never been innkeepers. So it was fun to fix the building and kind of imagine what the inn would be. And I think it took maybe a year before we really kind of hit our stride.
Ah,
You know, got
yeah.
used to having people and, you know, knew what to do to make people more comfortable. But once... You know, once we were past that learning curve, I think we got really comfortable. I think our guests enjoy coming here.
Good.
It,
Well, the first time you did it was a little scary.
oh, it was it was petrifying. I had a lovely gentleman who was with me for, I think, what, 45, 50 days?
Wow.
So, right. He was my first big guest. And I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what I was doing. I would get more flustered in the beginning, but after a while, you just, you know, you hit your stride. And
Yeah, it's kind of like you're welcoming just friends or family, maybe.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think there's always, you know, I'm always aware of the role that I'm in as an innkeeper, and it's really all about them. So, you know, you could make it about the building or the food or, you know, being in New England, but really it's about whatever they need to be comfortable while they're here,
Oh, yeah.
which is kind of a different focus. And, you know, it was useful because probably, you know, over the years, a third to a half of our guests are from outside of the country.
Wow. Wow.
Right.
That's interesting.
I know.
Yeah. What do you
Why
do about,
Littleton?
because I know you must serve breakfast.
I do.
So what do you do about that? They must have different tastes.
They do. So what I tell everybody before they come, or you know, as they check in, is are there any dietary restrictions or allergies or things that you don't like? And so then once everybody's here, then I you know, create a menu,
Yeah.
and work it so that I don't hit anybody's, you know, allergies, you know, distastes.
You have to like to cook. And
right.
I would be a terrible innkeeper. I'd have to hire somebody to come in just to make breakfast. Not because I can't, because
You
I
get
don't
stressed.
like to.
Right. Oh no, you know, I do like to cook, and
Yeah.
and so that was always my daily challenge. You know, how do I work this into a menu where nobody feels like they're, you know, getting shortchanged? You know, between vegetarian and vegan and
Oh, yeah.
gluten free, and you know, there's a lot of
That's right.
challenges. So that was a fun part.
Yeah. So did you ever welcome any pets?
I do. You know what? We've had dogs. Have I had anything outside of a dog? No cats, just because cats are difficult. And I typically keep dogs in the back room here on the first floor because it's all wooden. You know, we have the allergen-free, you know,
Good.
everything to be able to accommodate somebody who has a dog. And
That's, you
It
know
works.
what, that's right. You probably have a list that you might have to follow like allergy and.
Oh no, you know, it's just like going to. I was going to say a regular hotel. You know, we have all these guidelines and standards and safety precautions that we have to have in place. So even though it looks like a traditionally old New England house, we're hardwired into the fire station for fire. Our carbon monoxide monitors are everywhere. You know, we have to do the serve safe as far as the kitchen. So it is, you know, we do everything we can to make it safe and enjoyable.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you have done it again?
Oh, in a heartbeat.
Ah.
And I wouldn't have changed anything. We were so lucky to have, you know, that time from when it was empty to kind of figuring out how we were going to do the inn, because I still had the 5 kids at home, so it had to fit into our lives and,
right.
you know, not, and I think that's probably the biggest conflict with inns. You know, it's so easy to become 24/7, 365 days out of the year. So we were by reservation only, so when the kids had a, you know, like a something at high school, I could cross off.
Oh, yeah.
If I needed a day off,
Oh, that's
cross
good.
off.
That's good. Yeah.
So it right.
You don't think of all those things when you
No.
say, oh, I want to have an inn. It'd be so fun. You forget about, what do you mean by fun?
Right.
Because there is work, but you have to like that.
Right. I think if you like people, this is a fun thing to do. You know, and I had the kids so they could pitch in and help if I needed them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we know of 2 inns that have resulted from guests staying here and falling in love with innkeeping and going off.
Wow. And you must have children come then too.
I do. Everything from newborns to, yeah.
Did you have fun with that? I would have fun with that.
You know, so in the corners, I mean, you can see there's children's books, there's high chairs, you know, we accommodate all ages. I have walkers for 90-year-olds. I have.
Well, that's great. And I love what you've done with the place too. And like your little dining area.
Isn't that cute? Though, you know, we were open for a lot of COVID. We had essential workers in the beginning, and gradually as things have opened up, you know, we've opened up as well. But we had breakfast out on the patio for the porch for most of the pandemic, and so it, you know, I mean, it was kind of interesting. You know, people, you know, it would be 30, 40, 50 degrees, and you could see them say, I'm not sure that's a good idea. But we have heated blankets, and we...
Yeah, you have to be from New England.
Well, but you know what? You know, it's what we had to do to keep everybody safe.
Sure, sure. Yeah. So, anything that you think you had to work on, like a problem of any kind, dealing with it?
No, that's a good question. Problems. I mean, there's always challenges, and that's part of why it's fun. You know, sometimes, you know, guests stay here who would mainly, you know, who wouldn't prefer to stay in a more modern hotel.
Right.
And that was before the Marriott was here. There are hotels in the area. You know, so let's say this wasn't their first choice of a place to stay. And that's always a challenge because, you know, this definitely is more personal. And if somebody's...
Oh, yeah.
Right. And it's not that, you know, we have to have a relationship, you know, but we are here. And so, you know,
right.
Yeah.
Do many of them use the rooms?
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
They do. In fact, that was probably one of the hardest things during COVID because we kept our public spaces closed.
Oh.
So we just recently reopened the library, and I had a couple who stayed with me a number of times through the pandemic, and they were so excited because they got to come in the library and sit down and have sherry. And
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. I'm going to come and stay.
Yes, every once in a while you find the innkeeper.
What are you having for breakfast? I'll be back.
Breakfast is, we still haven't gone back to, we did a traditional 3-course breakfast. Now we do a charcuterie breakfast. Yes, which is, I know. I'll have to send you a picture of one. They're actually a lot of fun, and it was a way to, minimize table time, and it actually fits in better with the modern, standard of food. I think people aren't as interested in the, big heavy breakfasts as.
Do you serve in their room?
You know what? I get asked every so often, and I will prep a tray.
I'll be darned.
That's usually for bridal couples in the suite.
You are really making me look.
Well,
I'll have to tell Alan I'm off for a few days.
I'll be at the inn.
I'm on my way to Mary's. I'm just going to visit Mary. That's all.
Breakfast. It was a surprisingly good fit for
Good,
us.
good. So it's been fun, and it's
A
been
blast.
it's been worth it.
Yep, wouldn't change a thing.
Good, good.
The interesting thing is the kids have all been up front and seen it close and personal, and none of them are interested in becoming an innkeeper.
No, anyone living home anymore?
No,
They're all on their own.
they're
huh?
all on their own, right? And they're scattering, which is,
Really?
yeah, the farthest is probably West Coast Seattle. Then I have Nebraska, Vermont.
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
I know, I'll have to get on the road.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you got places to visit too.
Exactly.
Well, I just think this is still great. I love sitting here
Thank you.
in this room. It's
Thank
like
you.
home to me because I'm a.
You recognize half the stuff. I mean, that that was half the fun. It became such a collaborative event to get the inn ready. And, I think it was done so well with so many loving hands that we really haven't, we've changed things as they've worn, but really,
Yeah.
the
Are you
the
going to
bones.
keep this going for years and years to come?
I don't know. I think Tom hit retirement age, and I feel the urge to find a new career.
Uh-oh.
Well, you know what? It's been wonderful, but I think I would like to.
Be a little freer?
I think that's it. Visit the children where they are.
Oh, yeah.
And, I have a real interest in the elderly and aging, and I would like to become more involved in that. So that's my next,
Good, good.
my
give you-
next career. Can you have a next career as a 60-plus-year-old? I don't know.
Well, you do like I used to. I'd go, they need this, they need that. And then I thought, good heavens, I'm over 80. You think I'd remember it's we,
I know.
but you
that's-
don't, because you figure you're volunteering with
Right.
them and you want them to have things. So that's funny. Yeah. So you'll be one of those with, they need
They
me.
need, right. I no longer fall in the whippersnapper category. Yeah.
Good. Good. Well, this was fun.
It was nice seeing you.
And it was
again.
so great seeing you again.
Appreciate
We
it.
are so distant because of doing other things.
Right.
And I told you once that every time I drive by, I go, gotta stop in there and see.
But this is such a life vacuum. Once you come into the inn, it's just so crazy that it is hard to see life outside of the.
Right, right. Well, I want you to keep going with it.
Thank you. Yeah.
And I will stop by once in a while. And
Thank
just,
you.
actually, my husband used to like what were they?
The biscottis or the
Yeah, the
scones?
biscottis.
I'll make you a batch.
I'm sorry, but today I said to him, I wonder if Mary will have any biscottis.
Well, I told you that this week and the previous week we have been, it's so nice every once in a while to take a little time and, touch up the inn and fix things, because it does get a lot of wear and tear. So the kitchen is what's getting touched up, so I have no baked goods.
Okay. I'll come back when
Darn.
it's finished.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Mary.
Yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate it.
And we'll see you later.
All right. Sounds good.
Well, Mark, that was interesting.
It is, and I might even rent a room for the night because it looks so quaint and fun, and maybe even the honeymoon suite, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I won't say anything to Amy.
Okay,
You go
cool.
ahead and
It'll be a surprise.
ask her to come to a faraway place.
Right, I'm taking you to a foreign country, and it'll be Littleton.
Right. Well, that's good. And they have a beautiful room there and lots of rooms that are done so well.
It's great. I'm so glad that they've continued that. Littleton Inn.
Right.
Well, April is National Pet Month, and that means that Billy Bob will get extra special attention. You can be sure of that. It's been such a pleasure to have Dawn Brooks on our show each month. Dawn is a wealth of information for pet owners. Dawn will be back next month with her Critter Corner segment. She was not able to record her segment until after the deadline to complete this April edition of Littleton Common. So we'll look forward to what Dawn has to say next month.
Good.
Patriots Day. Patriots Day is an annual holiday commemorated on the third Monday of April. It commemorates the Battle of Lexington and the Battle of Concord, which took place on April 19th, 1775. And they were the first battles fought in the American Revolutionary War. Well, this year the date for the observance of the holiday is on Monday, April 18th. There is a ceremony, however, at Liberty Square on Tuesday, April 19th, the actual date, and that's at 7 p.m., and it's hosted by the Littleton Historical Commission. Now, fittingly, this month's famous Littleton citizen that we're highlighting is Luther Blanchard. Now, his gravestone reads, Luther Blanchard, born in Littleton, June 4th, 1756, fifer of the Acton Minutemen, and the first man hit by a British bullet on Old North Bridge in Concord, April 19th, 1775. He's on the muster rolls of the Continental Army, reported dead September 30th, 1775. Now, 19th century historians provided contradictory timelines for Luther Blanchard's death. By some accounts, he died 3 days after being wounded at the Old North Bridge. But clearly, Luther Blanchard didn't die in April 1775. He was not only alive in August, but healthy enough to be a corporal. Unfortunately, neither state records nor the published vital records of Littleton offer any more information on his death. One thing we know for sure is that Luther Blanchard was the first person shot in the Revolutionary War. Littleton was Luther's birthplace, but that section of town was later made part of Boxborough, so both towns can lay claim to Luther Blanchard. Luther appears on Boxborough's town seal, and every June it observes Fifers' Day in his honor. If you know what a fifer is, they're the flute players that were often leading the marches into the battle, which was tough. It makes sense that he was the first person shot because he didn't have a weapon to fire back. Well, starting next month, we're going to be having a contest. And the answers to the questions that we're going to ask for next month's show can be found in the story we just did about Luther Blanchard. So be on the lookout for next month's show and what prizes you can win and how to win them. So that's something new, Barbara, we're going to try out. Fortunately, we have some people that are going to be donating some things to the show, and we're going to be able to give them away.
Good, good. This is great.
Yeah.
I think people will enjoy that. It's a little fun thing for a change.
It is. It's always fun to win something, and it'll be good for us to see who's watching the show.
Exactly.
And paying attention.
Hopefully we'll get somebody.
That's right. And by the way, we're not eligible to win. I know. That's rules are rules.
Okay. You know, we have talked about this before, but it seems the workings of the COA and the Friends boards need an update every so often. Changes are made to boards by members leaving and new members coming. It's understandable that new and old rules have to be updated and presented. Over the last years, the Friends were given the opportunity to plan and host monthly luncheons and programs. It has been decided now that the COA board and the director are now responsible for all programs and lunches. The Friends will only be responsible for donations, and I hope they will come from anyone to them for seniors in need and now a senior center. While I was on the board, members and I enjoyed the years we planned and worked together to make the senior lunches and programs special. And thank you to the Friends Board for all they have done and hope to do. Please consider sending your donations to Friends of the Council on Aging, P.O. Box 139, I believe that's it and I hope I'm correct, Littleton, Mass. 01460. Springdale is opening its 91st season April 1st. You know, good for them. I hope it is here for another 91 years. Have you seen the new store yet? I guess the farm stand will be there to shop outside for all that great produce. Inside and outside, I believe. Look at the broadcaster for meals at the senior diner. There is quite a selection and a welcoming kitchen crew. Lunches start at noon, so join your friends for lunch and gossip. Call Gail Dalton and reserve a seat at Soup and Sandwich Day, which is, I believe, one Thursday a month. This is a special treat and well received, so don't miss it. Other meals at the diner are the made-to-order breakfasts for men, women, and veterans. Women's Day is April 13th at 8 a.m. and costs $3. Men's breakfast is April 20th at 8 a.m., again, $3. And the Veterans Breakfast on April 27th, which is a little earlier, at 7:30. This is held quarterly in the diner and hosted by Littleton Police and the Fire Department, and is free.
All right, we like free. And Barbara, I was just curious, the gossip, did my name ever come up?
Oh, always.
Okay.
Main topic.
I figured. Well, the annual Electric Light and Water Department will be hosting their luncheon for seniors, and it's at El Forno Restaurant. It's a grab-and-go style, which has been kind of the thing that they've been doing lately, which has worked out well. And this is going to be on April 20th at 11:30. And guess what? This is free. So a huge, big thank you to the Light and Water Department for that. But you must sign up. Have you ever played pickleball? Well, this is the time to sign up and learn. Use those courts out here at the town hall and have fun. The Friends Board relined the tennis courts for this reason. So there is an individual membership for seniors at a rate of only $35. Non-resident seniors, it's $45. And for couples, it's $90 for residents and $105 for non-residents. So pickleball open play reserve times for the spring are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 11 a.m. and Sundays from 10 to 11:30 a.m. And for the summer, we're getting ahead of ourselves a little bit, but it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and 6 o'clock to 8 p.m. So that's good for those night owls. So call the EHS COA office, 978-540-2470. Have you ever played pickleball?
No, I keep hearing about it and I keep thinking I should try.
Yeah, you know, I was surprised that, because it seems like it'd be a lot of running and a lot of, strain on your body, but I see people all ages out there enjoying it. So I think it's not as hard as you think.
Well, I don't think it is, because they're giving it to seniors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they're signing up in droves. So, maybe you and I will get a team. We'll go out there.
Are we young enough?
We have to be on the same team, though. I don't think I could take having you hit the ball at me.
No, because once I hit that ball, forget it.
This is Mark's head right here. Yeah. All right, so Bob Spinozzi is planning to do a program about pickleball. So, like I said, it's quite popular and good exercise, so sign up.
Great. We want to congratulate the New England Forestry Foundation. Mr. Robert Boone and his wife Susan Boone donated 78 acres of forest land to Neff in the winter of 2021.
Wow.
And the forest lands timber to Neff's PTIF, called the Robert Boone and Susan Boone Forest. The property and its stream, wetlands, beautiful woods, and rolling hills are now a part of Neff's network of community forests.
That's great.
Yeah,
We could always use more places to enjoy. I know Littleton has so much open space. It's great.
yeah, well, they're trying to, keep land that won't be used for buildings. I think that's great because we in New England do have beautiful scenery.
Yeah, we do. That's amazing. 78 acres. That's a lot of land.
Yeah, whoever owns that
I know.
anymore. I wanted to mention something that last month we talked about the fact that someone had donated a cabinet to me. And you and I had lost the phone number, so I didn't know who, gave it to me. But they figured that I would like to do it over because that's my favoriteest thing to do. And I found out today that it was Tommy Walensky.
Oh,
He had dropped it off. He was glad that now I knew who it was. And he has some other things he wants to drop off, but don't tell Al.
okay. I won't.
Don't tell.
More space in the garage.
I have enough stuff there that I'm doing, but I never refuse anything. I like to do it over. Anyway, this cabinet came out so well. I am so pleased
That's great.
with it, and you'll see a picture of it here. Also, I have a chair that Joan and Larry Castaneda gave me to do over for my granddaughter. And I did it. It took me 3 years because I kept putting it aside doing other things.
Been there,
But
done
it's
that.
done, and she has it in her house. And I just want to thank the Castanedas for that. And you'll see that picture also.
That's awesome. I do want to just back up a little bit and say, when you said we lost the number, did you mean to say we?
Yeah.
Oh,
You were carrying
don't
it to the
remember.
car.
okay.
And
I
the
didn't
little
know the
paper
number was on
blew
there.
away.
Okay, all right.
So
We lost the number. I'm sorry.
actually, I was just watching. I was just watching.
I lost the number. I'm sorry.
So anyway,
Yeah,
it's done.
it's done. What's
I
done
know
is
who
done.
did it, who gave it.
Well, listen, before we go and wrap up, okay, I want to just say to our viewers out there, we wish you happy Easter season and happy spring. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to get warmer as time
Sure.
goes on. So
Sure.
just want to throw that out there to everybody.
We are in New England. We can't help it.
I know, don't put the shovels away yet.
All right.
Right. So until next time, folks, don't forget our
Your
seniors.
seniors.
That's right.
Don't forget them, please.